Are you repaying evil for evil? If someone says something bad about you, are you turning around doing the same thing? That's not the answer. That is a bad example as we as the body of Christ. Today, we must get our act together. And we must get our act together right now. Hi, this is Thomas Sett, and welcome back to Becoming Whole. Today, I'm going to talk about the body of Christ, my sisters and my brothers. I have just discovered that our examples, the state of the church right now, it is just awful. And many people don't even have faith in Christians anymore. I just came on just to say, we got to get it together. We can't have 1 foot in and 1 foot out, nor can we be lukewarm. If we say we are the body of Christ, that's what we need to be, the body of Christ. We need to be dying daily to our flesh, daily to our pride, our ego, daily to selfishness. We don't need to be sitting in places where the unbelievers are, because at the end of the day, how are we going to be able to tell them something? And that's the problem now. So many people are so discouraged with the church, with the body. Even though that is a building, the church really is inside of us. But we must ask ourselves, am I truly living the life of Christ, or am I compromising? These things are going to matter. It's not being, oh, you judging me. No. It's time for us to own truth. It's time for us to wake up and own the truth, because people are dying. And this is serious now. That's ringing the churches, the schools, all over. Things are not changing. Because if we was praying and doing the things that we're supposed to be as the church, things wouldn't be as bad as they are. So we failed. And that's just the truth. I need to pray more. I need to meditate more. I need to do more. I do. I will admit that. And that's what I want to do. And that's what I'm going to do. But I just want us to realize that we got to stop playing church. Because if we be honest with ourselves, look at the homes. Look at the kids. But you saying you are Christian. But look at the things that you're doing around your kids. Look at the people that you're inviting around your kids. Not that you think you're nobody else, but how can the ones that are supposed to be the light be in the midst of darkness, and darkness don't want to change? We have to be honest with ourselves. This world has gotten worse because we are compromising. Then we mad with somebody because they telling the truth. You want to holler, oh, they judging me. They can't. Ain't nobody judging you. It's about keeping it authentic and genuine. People are going to hell. People are dying every single day, and they're going to go to hell. We got to be real. It's time to wake up and be true to ourselves. It's time to search our hearts. It's time to stop blaming everybody. Because at the end of the day, when you blaming, that means it's about you. Stop self-reflecting on people. Come on now. Stop gaslighting people. Get your bias off of people. And do the work you need to do of you surrendering to God. You changing your ways. Because you got to give people grace, and I understand that. But yet at the same time, you got to stand. You got to stand on his word. You got to be the church. You can't do the same things that the unbelievers are doing and think you're going to be able to make a difference. That's why that's all I'm hearing now is they're hypocrites. I don't want to go to church. That shouldn't be said. I know it's going to be said, but it should be said. But what are you doing to be that example? What are you surrendering to? What are you sacrificing to? What are you compromising to? We got to be real. It's time to stop this faking going to church. It's time to stop this faking of a Christian. Because guess what? Let's be real with it. Look at our children, but we Christians. Come on, where is the example? You got parents don't even want you to say nothing to their kids. Come on now, when their kids are out of order. Then you got some parents scared of their kids. Come on now, we're going to have to do better. But we are the body of Christ. We're supposed to be the light. We're supposed to be the example. But we are doing everything the world doing. It's time to stop playing church. It's time to stop acting like you saved. And it's time for you to stop trying to get mad with somebody because you know they are telling the truth. You ain't hurting nobody but yourself, because God ain't finna move. He ain't gonna move. God put his people in the right place at the right time for everybody he want to hear a message from. He wants you to hear that message from. It's on you. I'm gonna do my best. We gotta fight this fight every day. Every day you wake up, you gotta ask God, have mercy on me. Help me to make the great choices today that I need to make. Because every day is earth school. That's what I call it. Life lessons are going to go on. Help me to pass my life lessons, because I know without you, I am not going to be able to do it. Because when you basically really surrender and do it the way God wants it done, you get more wisdom and understanding what's going on in life. You get more peace because you're not allowing the circumstances and the situations to defeat you. You understand that God is in control. I'm just saying, body of Christ, if you hate your brother or sister, you can't love God. God said he don't know you. You put your mouth on your brother or sister, God don't know you. Listen, people can't give you something that they don't have to give. If they don't know truth, they can't give you truth. If they don't know love, they can't give you love. And whatever happened back in somebody's past, that's the past. People can change. People do change. But while you're worried about somebody's past, that just says who you are. That just show you how shallow you are. We got to wake up and deal with the truth. We got to deal with that person in the mirror. Let me stop criticizing people. Let me stop putting my mouth on people. Let me stop being judgmental. Because really, you're just pointing the finger back at yourself. Because if you truly had a real relationship with God and you really was trying to live his word, his will, his ways, there's no way possible you could have a problem with anybody in this world. Because compassion will let you know that person don't know any better. That person is spiritually blind. You're going to have compassion. You're going to want to pray for that person. You're going to want that person to be able to see the light, because that's freedom. That's peace. And anything outside of that is bondage and pain. That's why you can talk about somebody, because you don't want the best for the person, because you ain't got your heart clean and right. But I'm just saying, body of Christ, let's get it together. Either you for God or you're not. Stop being a negative example. And if this offends you, that means you sure enough need to get it together. Because we all got to get it together every day. Every day. It don't change. Every day we have to get it together. Let's make a difference in this world. Let's change this world around. We are the body of Christ. Our prayers matter. We have to do what's right. Again, you can't be 1 foot in the world and 1 foot with God. It don't work that way. You can't be lukewarm. You need to make that decision, because people are dying. Your children need that decision to be to God, because you can't give them God if you don't have God. And that's why they're going astray. Everything is just going astray because we're faking and we're being phony. And we're not operating in his word and his will and his ways. Now, I'm going to end right here, but I just want you all to know I love you. But we got to be real with ourselves. Homes are jacked up. Institutions are jacked up. Schools are jacked up because we as parents are not doing our job. We as Christians are not doing our job. It is time for us to take accountability. Stop putting your mouth on people and get your house in order. When you get your house in order, guess what? And the next person get their house in order, guess what? And they have God as the head, this world will change. Until then, it's not going to change. It's going to get worse. And as long as you don't surrender and give your life to God, you ain't doing nothing but causing damage. And guess what's going to happen? We all reap what we sow. Just something to think about, y'all. I love you all. I want the best for you. But we must surrender to God. All right, love you. Like, share, subscribe, and turn those notifications on so that you can always know when I have a video out.